Wait, before you go out and buy everything for your RV, you may want to watch this first. Hi, my name is Alan.
And I'm Rose.
And a very warm welcome to RV Field Trip. We would love to share our journey, experiences, and yes, mistakes that we will make along the way. And there'll be some mistakes. So if you're into RV travel, RV ownership, tips and tricks, or just want to watch two newbies make their mistakes along the way, then you've come to the right place. But first and foremost, we like to have fun along the way. So at any given point, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. We thank you. So as new RV owners, it's important for all of us to get the right gear and essentials. But we don't want to waste money along the way either. Now, if you're anything like us, when you first start out, you go shopping. You have to go buy this, you have to go buy that. I mean, we did. We even had two sets of dishes. Didn't remember one bought a set and the other one bought a set also, you know? So we came up with a list of essential gears and accessories that you will need when you first go out with your RV. That way, you're not wasting your money. Now, you may have a different kind of setup than we do, and you may need other things, but this is the bare essentials. So Rose and I, we're going to split this up into two different categories.
Yeah, gear, things that you need to take with you, that is essential.
Also, gears and accessories that you're going to need to set up your RV trailer or motorhome. Now, keep in mind the way we're going to do this for the outside, we'll start just as if you were pulling in and unhooking of the bare necessities you need in order to enjoy yourself and be able to use your RV. And for our subscribers and you, if you've been watching our videos, you know we leave something a little funny at the end, and we're not going to let you down. I need your help. I don't know what to call them. We were thinking about in Alan's mind, but we don't know. Okay, so let's get on with the list. Tools are extremely important, as you know. You want to be able to fix little things around the RV, whether it's just a small little leak underneath the sink or you have a flat tire. You want to be able to have the tools to do that.
Or fix whatever Alan's broke. Awesome set of tools.
My dad's a TV repairman. The next thing is a trailer jack. Now, it's not a matter of if it's going to happen, it's a matter of when. You will get a flat tire on your RV. You don't want to be left out there with a spare tire and the tools to do it and not have anything to jack your RV with. So make sure to get yourself a good jack. Another thing is an air pump. Now, we have all run over things to where it's just a small little leak. You could patch it up real quick, but you're going to have to put air back in there. Or if you go from extreme different weathers, from cold to hot, sometimes you lose air pressure. Fill those tires back up, which would lead us into the next, would be an air gauge. An air gauge that allow you to check PSI on your tires. Or if you have a tire pressure monitoring system, that's a great thing to have. We love ours.
Yeah, you feel comfortable knowing you're always, well, it's the pressure.
Yeah,
check
I do, because you can't see the tires when you're driving unless you're turning a corner.
One thing I like to make sure is propane. I like to cook, and if it is cold outside, I like the nice warm inside. So make sure you fill up the tanks. I always carry an extra set of keys too. One's in the vehicle, and then we have one that we use to carry on us. So we always have an extra set in case one gets lost or something.
She's always blaming me. Always blaming me. But get an extra set of keys.
I think I was the last one that lost the other one.
You're admitting it?
I'm admitting it.
You heard it. Next would be camping chairs. You don't want to show up to a beautiful park or campground and you're looking outside through your window but you want to sit down, be comfortable, and check out the scenery, you want to make sure you have your camping chairs.
Yeah, get one that's comfortable. I mean, it's going to last for a long time. There are some out there, like, he doesn't like to be straight up. He likes to be leaning. There's just so many chairs out there. I don't know how many we tested.
And there's so many, they're so inexpensive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I
So
found
well
weird.
worth
I thought the ones that we bought that you can literally put your feet up, I thought that was going to be expensive. I think we bought a pair for $50.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad at all. Now, I want to let everybody know we're not sponsored by anybody. We're not getting anything out of this. This is just stuff that you guys would do your shopping, find what you need. We're just trying to tell you what we find essential when we go RVing.
If you're like most women, you got to have a first aid kit. It's one of those just in case. Now, we do what they call a patio mat. And for us, I mean, it's a important thing because we go to like parks where there's small rocks and dirt, and you know, we take big dogs with us. So they're in and out.
So is all the dirt. All the dirt is coming in and out.
It does bring a lot of dirt. So.
Yeah. But if you're parking on a concrete area, a lot of people don't break those things out. You know, it all depends on what your style of camping is going to be. Go on a concrete or what they call glamping. I don't know what else to call it. Just get yourself a small little mat to put out front the door. There's no sense in buying that big old patio mat to put out there because they're pretty big. Ours fits from one door to the next.
Well, we started off with a mat,
a doormat.
Yes, and then we learned after we took the dogs to the beach. We learned
every time we opened up the door we had to use the broom. So get a broom.
And if you take your dogs, make sure you have your vaccination shots for your dogs. They are checking, from what I understand, in all these parks, just to make sure.
Yeah, we even go to a local park over here that the guy's seen us quite a few times, and they still ask us for it.
Yeah.
He knows our dogs by name. Make sure you have the paperwork for them. The next thing would be a knowledge of where you're going. This is not an excess or anything. This is just something that you really want to think about. Know where you're going. Is there water hookups? Is there sewer hookups? Or is it going to be a dump station? Because if there's no water, you want to make sure you fill up your fresh water tank before you go there. So just know where you're going and what facilities they do have. Leave a comment down below what you found to be your essentials, your gear that you needed when you first started. Another thing you really need to bring with you is a sense of humor, because things will go wrong. Just expect it and have fun with it. At the end, it's all worth a barrel of laughs.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun.
Makes a great video.
Makes a great video. So now we're going to go on the outside and we're going to take you around and show you stuff that you need when you're setting up. And now these are the bare essentials of what you will need to set up your RV or travel trailer. First thing you're going to need as soon as you back in is a level. You want to make sure that your RV is level from side to side. Front and back you're going to handle with the jack, but from side to side. So Rose's going to make sure that that part is level, and I'll show it to you. Normally what you do is she will walk around and check a couple places, but she's able to tell me if I need one set of blocks on one side or the other. Once we figure that out, we can finish up the setup. Next thing you need when you unhook from your truck is you're going to want to make sure that your tongue is locked. Now they sell a bunch of different types out there, but at least keep it that they can't just back up to your RV and steal it. We like to put it just like this. That way they can't just pull up to it and take it. Now if you want to keep it more secure, they do sell bigger locks that you can put on there. Now the next thing you're going to need are your blocks. Got several different areas. You have your stabilizers that you're going to need to block. You're going to have your front hitch that you're going to need to block. Also your tires. Now they come with a bunch of different types. We did pick and find, we used these several times. It's a whole bag. I don't think we've used more than 2 bags, but what you will find is on your stabilizers, you're not able to bring them all the way down according to the manufacturer's guide, and you want to make sure that they're not fully extended out, so you build them up with these. The next thing is you want to make sure that your RV's not going to roll away on you as you do unhook it and set it all up. So they've got blocks for your tires. There are a bunch of different types out there, some that will go between the two and it'll stop them spinning, but this is your preference. I like these because they do stick well. It's the type I've always used, but I do put them on all tires. I will put one on this side, one on that side, again on the other one, and even put one in the center. That way I know my RV is going nowhere. Okay, the next thing you want to make sure is you have a good water hose. Now you have to have 2 water hoses. One for your fresh water to connect into your fresh water, and the next one is for your black tank. You want to make sure that you don't use the same hose. So if you're cleaning out your black tank, you got a hose specifically for your black tank. You don't want the 2 cross-contaminating. That would be awful. So make sure you got hoses. Okay? After that, when you're hooking up your water, the next thing you want is a water filter. A water filter does get rid of a lot of the nasty smells. It also keeps contaminants from going in. We all know what a filter does. It's exactly what it does. Now, certain people want to connect it at the source or at the RV. Me personally, I like to do it at the RV. My reasoning behind that is any water that was left in that hose while you weren't using it is now going to get cleaned out. So you're not have that garden hose. We've been there, gone outside and took a drink from our garden hose. You don't have that taste. So the next thing is a water pressure gauge. A water pressure gauge is going to make sure that you don't get that surge of water and blow out your lines. Some people use them, some people don't. I like the fact of using it, but when I can't, like the last time we went camping, I wasn't able to use one. Apparently, I had left mine at the previous campsite. So what I do is I'll turn on the hose. That way I know what kind of pressure the park has, and then just go only so far. Now next on the list is, of course, your sewer lines, your black and gray tank lines. First, you want to make sure you do have some nifty little gloves to keep it. I mean, chances are you're not going to get dirty, but better safe than sorry. And you don't want to go into your car smelling bad or cleaning your hands and your wife goes, ooh, what's that? Fittings that goes onto the hoses. I'll show you the hoses in a second. You got the clear one. That way when it comes out, you know when your black tank is flushing. I always do my black tank first, and then I make sure my gray tanks are full. So before we leave, we keep the sinks on and everything. That way, once the black tank is coming out, what we think is clean, then we'll let loose on the gray tanks, both the front and the back. You also want to get a 45 degree because sometimes you don't want it just your hose just to bend, so you have a 45 like this, takes a lot of the pressure off the hose. The hose, we keep it right here on both sides. We got one here, one there. Now what we do make sure is that we have an extra set. I keep an extra hose in here because we have 2 gray tanks. We have one here and one up front. So we wanted to make sure that we had enough hose that will reach. You don't want to be stuck with, having to move your RV up 10 foot or whatever it may be in order just to clean it out. So we keep an extra one, which you guys will learn along the way of, again, what kind of camping you do. Are you going out in the middle of it nowhere? Are you going to have full hookups? There's all different types of camping, so you will learn exactly how much you will need. No sense in buying too much. The next thing would be the sewer line support. Now, from what I understand, we've run into this one time to where we did go into an RV site and they told us we were required to use one. I had never thought of it before. But what this is it supports your sewer line. This thing will pop open. I've not done it that much, but hold on. Folds out. It supports your sewer line, and it doesn't allow it to sit on the ground. Again, there are certain areas that they require it. Certain people use them, certain people don't. But if it's required, you got to have one with you. So it becomes important. I use it all the time now. I have no problem setting it up. I got that little accordion thing. It takes less than a minute to put it out, so why wouldn't I use it? Okay, one of the last things is a surge protector. It all depends on who you speak to. Some people swear by them, some people don't. I swear by them, and it saved my RV the second time we used it. So we do get a surge protector. But one thing I want to let you guys know is that if you do get a surge protector and you have a 50 amp rig, make sure that you get yourself a 50 to a 30 amp adapter. Now, this is a 50 amp plug that was reduced to a 30 amp, and because we keep this at home and we keep it plugged in, I don't have 30 amp service here, so I was even able to reduce it from the 30 amp just to a regular outlet. Now, these things are not expensive. I think we bought one at Walmart and one at Camping World or wherever. I think we spent $15, and they've been working perfectly ever since. Now, everybody's going to have different things they need. Again, we have a travel trailer. You may have a fifth wheel or Class C, A, whatever, and you require different things. So if you would, leave them in the comments. But first and foremost, our biggest advice to you would be get to know your RV first. Carry the essentials, carry the gear and accessories and stuff that you need, and then build from there. I can't tell you how many things we've bought that we absolutely did not need. It looked cool at the beginning. Now, the little fun part. Hope you guys enjoy it.
See you guys next time.